Hey gang, turning up. TPB. Yes. You know what? I live in my swimsuit, okay? I can't help it. I do. I like it. It's just I live in it because I'm always swimming during the day. I'm like a fish out of water, in and out. So I see the trend going around of the embarrassing stories, okay? And I wanted to tell you a story time video. So everybody just sit back, relax, and let's just get into it. All right, my most embarrassing story time video. Um, I was about 12 or 11 or 12. I had a neighbor, and back then when I was growing up, my parents were also very strict, okay? That's why I'm a runaway. I'm a teenage runaway at the age of 15. I thought I knew it all. I left and I never looked back. The dumbest decision I ever made. Kids, do not run away. Your parents are going to be right in the future. Trust on that. Anyway, so I was very sexually maturing at that age, and very. My parents didn't talk to us about sex, me and my brother, and we were adopted together. So, anyways, me and my brother Russell were like twins. Um, Except he had a nice, good family, and is a computer programmer, and I am a struggling singer trying to raise a child, possible bipolar disorder and conduct disorder. And anyway, so when I was 11 or 12, I had a neighbor, and his name was Gideon. His name was Gideon Cantrell. I'll never forget it. Oh my goodness. So, my parents didn't talk to us about sex or nothing like that, so I knew nothing about it. I don't even know how this happened. I just, I loved boys, and I was just a horny preteen. But I didn't know why I was like that or what that meant. Um, so I invited Gideon was my neighbor, so he came over one day, right? And we had a nice house, and I grew up in Belfont, Kentucky, close to Billy Ray Cyrus, Flatwoods, but I was in Belfont, okay? And so Gideon came over one day, and I had a shed. We had a shed down behind my house, okay? In the woods and all that, you know. I was a woodsy girl. Um, I'm also a Tom. I'm a Tom girl, but I'm also very feminine. So it's really weird. Maybe that's why I get asked if I'm a transvestite. No. Oh, shit. No, this is not tranny. Okay. But, anyways. So, I invited Gideon over, and somehow, I don't know how, I was young. I don't remember a lot of the stuff, right? I just remember the important parts. Yes. This is back when spanking was still existed, okay, kids. So, me and Gideon ended up behind the shed, and I ended up down on his head. Yes. And I remember I had these little cowgirl boots on, and they were brown. And, so I was sucking his pee-pee, and, I remember I said, you're not gonna get pee in my mouth, are you? And it was so. I was doing what I was doing on the wee wee, and here comes my brother. And my brother got me in so much trouble back then. He just like always wanted to hold this over my head. But that's the way brothers and sisters were. So here comes Russell behind the building. Oh shit, I'm caught. But I really don't know what I'm caught doing because I'm not told about the sex part. Um, like Randy said, her parents were strict. So were mine. And I would ask them. I asked my mom to talk to me about sex. At like 15, because I felt like I was going to do it, and all my mom said was, just don't do it. So I did it, and I went buck wild. Yeah, but that was later after. Okay, so I got caught sucking the pee-pee of my neighbor boy, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was called, but Russell went and told my mom. He said, Mom, I caught Valerie. I caught Valerie's. I don't know how he exactly said it, but all I knew, I was in big, big trouble. So here comes Mom, and my dad wasn't home. I was most scared of him, okay? I don't know if my mom had talked it over with my dad, what I had done, but I know Mom came down the stairs, and she had a paddle, so I knew I was getting my butt busted. And, my mom was a school teacher. Yeah. First, second, third, fourth graders, So paddling was back then. It was okay. So my mom had a big paddle, and she had a thin and long one, and she had a thick one with holes in it. Buddy, I had bruises so many times, and I was a cheerleader, and I was a good gymnast. I used to do gymnastics. Believe it or not, my cheerleading and my skirt would fly up. I had bruises all over my legs. But anyways, that's another story too. But anyways, back to the pee-pee sucking. So Mom came down, she had a paddle. All I remember was getting my butt busted. And I don't even know what I did wrong. And I remember my little cowboy boots. I was, kicking my feet, trying to get the paddle away from my butt. But I remember that butt whipping like it was nothing, like yesterday. And it was all because I was sucking a pee-pee. And I didn't know what it was. She didn't explain it to me after the fact or before the fact. That's why I'm very open with my kid now. So, the result of that, finding out I was sucking pee-pee at 11, right, was to keep me on lockdown. Yeah, my parents were strict. They were worried about me, me coming home pregnant, and diseases, But I just wish they would have talked to me about, sexual issues. And that was my first sexual experience, kind of like with a boy, on that level. But it was innocent childhood experimentation. But I still got my ass whipped in them little cowgirl boots. Cowgirl boots. Oh, God. So, I think you should be honest with your kids and tell them up front and talk to them about these things. Okay, I hope you like story time. Bye.